If Liverpool win the Premier League this season, every member of that squad will go down in history, just like Jimmy Traore did when he helped the Reds win the Champions League in 2005. But what about those Liverpool players that aren't quite as famous? Here are 11 players you didn't know were at Liverpool. Number 1, Tom Ince. Daddy Paul Ince did the unthinkable in 1997 when he joined Liverpool, having been a Manchester United hero just a few years earlier. Ince spent 2 seasons at Anfield and he had a much bigger impact than his son Tom. The little Ince got his first break at Liverpool, signed as a youth player in 2008. 2 years later he would make his debut, coming off the bench in the League Cup for his one and only Liverpool appearance. Not long after that he would go and play under his dad on loan at Notts County, and Ince left permanently in 2011 for Blackpool. Sadly for Tom, weighed down by his dad's reputation, he's never hit the heights, now in the Championship with Stoke City. Number 2, Bolo Zenden. A Dutch legend who spent a lot of time playing in the Premier League, his brief spell as a Liverpool player gets lost in the shuffle. He was signed by Rafa Benitez in 2005 following the Champions League triumph, but his time as a Liverpool player was ruined by injury. A few months after arriving he suffered a serious knee injury, then had another knee issue again in 2006. His final game for the club would be the 2007 Champions League final before joining Marseille. His final club was Sunderland, where he became infamous for some shocking dance moves. Number 3, Scott Carson. The goalkeeper is sadly best known for his England nightmare against Croatia that signalled the end of Steve McClaren's tenure as manager, but Carson has picked himself up since that severe low. But during all the drama at Wembley, Carson was actually a Liverpool player. He signed for the Reds in January 2005 from Leeds, acting as backup to Jerzy Dudek. His days there were spent out on loan, making a grand total of 9 appearances for Liverpool before leaving permanently in 2008. Now aged 33, he'd probably be a better backup than Karius or Mignolet. Number 4, Maurizio Pellegrino. A man who we recently saw grace the Premier League again, Maurizio Pellegrini started last season as Southampton manager. However, the Argentinian very nearly led the Saints to relegation before Mark Hughes arrived to save the day and get himself sacked this season. Pellegrino was already familiar with the Premier League and one of its managers in Rafa Benitez. Pellegrino played under him at Valencia, and Rafa brought the defender to Anfield in January 2005 on a 6-month deal. After 13 appearances in all competitions, none of which were in the Champions League so he didn't get a medal, Pellegrino failed to earn a long-term deal and ended up retiring a year later. Number 5, David Nugent. The striker is synonymous with the Championship, one of those players who can score for fun in the second tier but can't cut the mustard in the top flight, a bit like the aforementioned Tom Ince actually. And just like Tom Ince, David Nugent was also a Liverpool player once upon a time. But while Ince did play for the first team, Nugent never had that honour. The England goal thief was with the Liverpool Academy until the age of 15, going on to join Bury. I think we can all agree that Liverpool's fearsome front three would be much better with Nugent in it. Number 6, Nuri Sahin. A midfielder who certainly hasn't lived up to expectations, Nuri Sahin admitted that his one footballing home was Borussia Dortmund. It affected him at Real Madrid and subsequently at Liverpool. The Turkey international moved to Liverpool on loan in 2012 and was given the number 4 shirt, making 12 appearances for the club. However, his loan spell was cut short, ending after just 5 months to allow him to return to Dortmund. While he admitted he wasn't happy, Sahin did enjoy the chance to play with Steven Gerrard, something almost every player not called Frank Lampard would enjoy. Number 7, Steven Corker. This has to go down as one of the oddest loan signings in Premier League history. Corker was Jurgen Klopp's second signing for Liverpool, bringing the defender in on loan from Championship side QPR to add extra cover at the back. His career was already on the decline at this stage, having followed his England debut up with 2 relegations. But still, Klopp decided to bring him to Anfield. Corker made 4 appearances for the Reds and is now playing for Alanyaspor in Turkey. Number 8, Gary MackaySteven. Now a veteran of the Scottish Premiership, Gary MackaySteven has never got the chance to play professional football south of the Scottish border. While he did win 3 Scottish titles with Celtic, he's never played in the Premier League. However, his youth career did see him spend time in England. In 2007 the midfielder joined the Liverpool Academy at the age of 17, but was moved on 2 years later to Fulham, where he also didn't make the grid before returning to Scotland. Number 9, Javier Montiel. Amazingly, Javier Montiel is still just 24 years old. It was 2014 when he joined Liverpool, agreeing a curious 2-year loan deal. However, after an uninspiring first season in the Premier League, his loan deal was terminated and he returned to Atletico Madrid. That wasn't the end of his Premier League dream though. Another loan spell brought him to Sunderland that ended in relegation, then he managed to wangle a permanent move to Newcastle where he still plays like the puppy that took a shit in the corner. Number 10, Brad Friedel. A Premier League legend for his goalkeeping exploits with Blackburn, Aston Villa and Tottenham, Brad Friedel got his big break in England with Liverpool after a Newcastle move failed to materialise. The American cost Liverpool £1.7 million, initially struggling to get a work permit. Friedel made 25 Premier League appearances for Liverpool, moving to Ewood Park in the year 2000. And number 11, Conor Coady. The Scouse defender has had an incredible couple of years at Wolves, captaining them into the Premier League, then proving he belongs there as part of Nuno's back three. There's even been calls for Coady to get in the England squad. But while he's performing so well for Wolves, Liverpool will be wondering what could have been. Coady came through the Liverpool Academy, becoming youth captain and actually made his Premier League debut in May 2013. He only played twice for the Liverpool first team, back when he was considered a midfielder, and now he's a Premier League captain who wouldn't look out of place alongside Virgil van Dijk. Okay, maybe that's pushing it a little bit. So those are 11 players you didn't know were at Liverpool. Let us know of any more in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.